Welcome back to another video. Today we need to get this boat winterized. We've been procrastinating a little too long. It's about 50 degrees or so today. Best part about an outboard is you can lower it, the water drains out, so you're not on such a time constraint. You don't have to worry about water freezing, cracking your block. We need to get this boat clean. We need to get everything changed. We're going to go through the fluids and hope you enjoy. Hey guys, next step, hook up your muffs. I know the lighting's not that great, but hook up your muffs, let it run 5, 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to do about 5 to 10, get the oil warmed up, get the oil drained, get the fuel filled, and get the stabilizer in. Alrighty, so you just saw we filled the gas tank up and we put our stabilizer in it. We ran the engine, we have that stabilizer through the engine now. The oil is warm, so let's change the oil. Quick tip is to use a clear hose to drain the oil so that way this doesn't come pouring out and get all over the driveway. So I'm going to zoom in and we'll drain it now. And in case you were wondering, this is 1/2-inch hose. And you can also do this hose trick with the drain cap, which I'll show you for the oil filter in a minute. Okay, so this yellow plug is the plug that I just pulled out of the hole. Okay, right there. Now we're going to take the filter off. The catch pan underneath is going to catch it. We're going to put the hose on it, and the hose is going to take it to our pan down there again. Okay, so if you have the 2018 Bayliner Element 75 horse, that is your serial number for the oil filter you need. It's also on your filter, of course, but I picked this up. We have the Bass Pro headquarters here, and they have a Mercury Marine Center. So I picked up these, and I also picked up some grommets or bushings or seals, gaskets, whatever you want to call them, that I'll show you in a bit. Let's get it out, put it on. We're going to take a little bit of that old used oil, we're going to rub it around the ring so it seats, and put it on. Based off what the manual said, we are going to be putting in this Quicksilver brand. I was going to buy Mercury, but Quicksilver works as well. And we're going to put it in the fill cap here, 5.5 quarts. Alrighty guys, it's starting to get dark outside, but next we are going to drain the gear case and we are going to refill it. Now on this engine, once again 2018, it requires you to remove the propeller, which you can watch me do. Basically we're bending back 2 little metal tabs and we're going to hold that prop in place with a block of wood, spin that nut off, the propeller will pull right off. Then we have right here your vent tube, so we're going to take that bolt out, we're going to access the drain hole which is behind the propeller, we're going to drain it, then we have our pump that we're going to pump the fluid back in until it comes out of the hole. Okay guys, so the propeller is off. There's our drain hole. And on the side, for focus, there's our vent hole. So we're going to unscrew the drain hole, then unscrew the vent hole, and it will come right out into our pan. Okay, so you notice how we have the screw out, but nothing is coming out, and that's because that vent screw that we left in is holding it in, so now it will come out when we're ready. This is the little washer, the grommet that keeps regular water out of the gear case. We're going to make sure there's no water in it, but the dealer said to always replace these, so I bought 2 real cheap, so I bought some to replace them. Alrighty, it looks pretty clean. It does not look milky. If it's got water in it, they say it will have a milky-ish tint, and looks pretty clean. No water that I can see. So we'll let it drain and then we will fill it back up. Alright, she's finishing up draining there, and I wanted to show you, I picked this up from Academy Sports. It's the C-Sense Gear Loop Pump. There's a bunch of different versions of it, but basically we are going to put it together, which we've already done, put it in the bottle. We're going to pump it in the drain hole. Once it comes out the vent hole at the top, so once it comes out the vent hole, then we know it's full. We will put the vent cap in first, and it will trap the fluid in, just like we saw when we took it apart. And then we will unscrew it and put the drain screw back in with the new grommets. Okay, she's starting to puke out the vent hole, so now we're going to plug it up. So there you have it, guys, changing the oil, changing the gear case fluid. My question to you is anybody else doing this themselves? And are you running the gasoline oil mixture in the gas tank? Or is there anybody still fogging? They say you're not supposed to fog, but does anybody do it? What's your results? Let me know. Besides that, I do need to grease everything. And the engine's done. We're going to do a final clean, which we're going to hit next week. I'll put that after this. And I'll show you one more thing that broke. So stay around. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you in a couple days for the final clean. Alrighty guys, it is day 2. The previous video was getting kind of late. You saw we did all the engine work. We got it all winterized. I left you off with that question, do you fog it? Do you use that mix of 2-cycle oil and gasoline and run it through? What do you do? I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I just got the main parts done for now. We're going to get the boat clean. We're going to do the inside. We're going to do the outside. We're going to get it all vacuumed. The styrofoam inside of these has been kind of breaking off. I'll give you a close-up of that, and then we're going to get that vacuumed out. We're going to get everything cleaned inside and outside underneath. We're going to get the cover on it, and it is 100% done for the winter. So we have, what, 5 months until it's boating season again. Only 5 months to go. So we'll get this wrapped up. We have tons and tons of stuff to do to it. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned, and let's get this finished up. Okay, make sure you are cleaning the front of the boat. As you can see, everything is out of the front, and I'm going to show you water spots, dirt, some of the styrofoam that I spoke about, and we're going to get it vacuumed out and then actually clean. Some people may not care, but I do. So in this side, look at the dirt that just built up right in there. It's just a little low spot before it goes back. Same for that side where the anchor sits. It's just a little muddy, dirty. We're gonna get all that cleaned up. This boat is freezing, by the way. I do not have shoes on or socks. It is 34 degrees outside, so a little chilly. We should have done this in the springtime. Second tip is to use a sandbag. I'm sure you've seen it in some other videos, but I put a sandbag, a 50-pound sandbag on the front. I've had it almost come up on me once or twice, so I get on from the back. If I got on from the front, I don't think I'd have an issue. But as I lay on the back and clean, especially down around the motor, it does get butt heavy, so make sure you put a sandbag on so you don't accidentally flip it up. I'm in the garage, I'm not hooked up to a truck, so better safe than sorry, right? Back, I just did the insides here. As you can see, they do look better. Second tip up front, these cup holders aren't bolted in or anything. They do just pull right up, so I take a rag, and you can see it does put a ring around it. So I take a rag, wipe the cup down, wipe around the bottom, and they just slide right back in. Now we are in the middle section of the boat. I've pulled all my buoys and stuff out of here. All the green stuff you see, that is styrofoam. It is everywhere. It comes from that piece that has fallen a couple times. So there you go, yet another minor thing that Bayliner should possibly fix. Some kind of, see the white strap? They should fasten this some other way. So we may get creative next year. But we're going to vacuum all this out and get it clean just like we did the front. Much better, a million times better. No water spots, a little bit right there, but nothing terrible, so I may wipe that out and done. Hey guys, the inside is done. Nice and clean. I try to leave everything cracked except for this one because it's got a vent, just to try to keep everything open. We have our support pole in for when we put the cover on. I'm leaving the bimini facing forward. But now we're going to do the outside and hopefully be done.